Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to an actual theme park. Theme Park Express is finally back at a theme park. After all the cruise line content, we are very happy to be back here at Universal Studios. And guys, we are less than a month away from the start of Halloween Horror Nights 2022. And we are here at Universal Studios today to check out all of the latest construction updates in the scare zones and anything that we can see from the haunted houses. I'm very excited to head on inside, guys, and show you guys what is going on in preparation for Halloween Horror Nights. From here until the start of Halloween Horror Nights, you can expect at least one update video from Universal Studios and all the Halloween Horror Nights construction every week. So let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's head on inside the park, check out that Halloween Horror Nights construction. Haunt season is upon us. I would like to point out that it is exactly 2 p.m. on the dot and we are walking inside Universal Studios, Florida. Not a lot of people heading on in. It is also a very sunny and hot day outside today, so you can see poor Coda putting on her sunscreen. Definitely very important during these summer months. Make sure you put on your sunscreen or else you will look like a lobster. It won't be too long now before the Universal Studios archway is all decked out in Halloween Horror Nights decorations. We can expect to see the different haunted houses propped up over here with their different posters. It is just going to be a very glorious time and I cannot wait for it. It feels good to be back inside. You can see these Minion themed construction walls around the former Monsters Cafe. The building is currently being demoed. We don't know to what extent, but all rumors are pointing towards a new Minion themed cafe over here replacing Monsters Cafe. But we still have the classic monsters turning on the turntable up there from this little pop-up stand. Well, not pop-up stand, it's just a little tiny drink stand. We'll come around the corner and I'll show you guys. So as of right now, we don't know if anything is going to be happening to this little drink stand over here, and we're all hoping that nothing happens, because if these rotating monsters go away, then it's going to be a very sad day for everyone. So we have made it into the New York section of the park. We are currently right next to the still closed Revenge of the Mummy, and take a look at that. We have our first set of Halloween Horror Nights props. Now, according to the HHN Nightmare speculation map, this scare zone is going to be themed around candy mutants. And there may be some truth behind that rumor, because we have a judge's booth over here, and then right next door, we have a sweets stand, it looks like. And take a look down here. Major Sweets Candy Company. And take a look at that. Little Boo. The icon from last year's event is making a return appearance in a big way in a lot of the scare zones and merchandise for this year's event. We're going to be showing you guys some merchandise later on with Lil Bill. But yeah, looks like we have a little bit of a Halloween festival going on. And it looks like this tractor ran into this poor stand over here. The Bicentennial Hometown Fall Halloween Festival Parade. And down at the very bottom over here in the tiny text, it says a proud sponsor of Major Sweets Candy Company. So yeah, looks like there may be some truth behind the Candy Mutants rumor. I'm very excited for this scare zone. And now, one thing that I definitely want to talk about, Universal. Halloween Horror Nights. Have we not learned our lesson? They have corn out here. Like, this is live corn. Have we not learned our lesson? Every year, for the past couple of years that they have planted corn, we have had a major hurricane come through Florida. Hopefully, this year finally breaks the curse, but why? The very first time we all saw corn posted online in this scare zone, we all were like, oh my god, what have they done? So, yeah. Either way, I'm very excited for this scare zone. Hopefully, this is a year where the curse is broken and we don't have a major hurricane coming through because of corn. But still, I'm very excited for this. They got some hay over here. You got some speakers. There's going to be a stage and a platform, so this is going to be cool. And on this tree over here, it looks like they have wrapped some orange Christmas or Halloween lights around the tree, so we can expect that to be lit up in the zone as well. You can see over here on top of the buildings, we have our temporary lighting structures already put up, so that way they can illuminate this zone. And stringing across the buildings are some light fixtures. So it looks like we're going to have some lights zigzagging across the buildings. I like that. As I said a little bit earlier, Revenge of the Mummy is still closed. It looks like it's going to reopen any day now from its refurbishment, but you guys can kind of see that there's still black tarp around the windows. We can see the TVs on inside. It looks like Brendan Fraser isn't going anywhere. We have our test seat that has been moved over here, the locker area. It all looks really nice. They've refurbished all of this, and we're very excited to see how this ride has changed, if much at all, for this very lengthy refurbishment. But yeah, doesn't look like it's going to be opening today, maybe not tomorrow, hopefully next week. We'll see what happens. But going back to Halloween Horror Nights, we have another cornfield prop, some hay barrels, a temporary, or not temporary, but like a facade over here with some cornfields. Looks really interesting. And then behind, we have some more live corn. So, not sure what they're going to be using this little area for, but I'm excited. Moving on down a little bit further, we do have another stage that's set up over here. However, I do not think that this is Halloween Horror Nights related at all. So we're just going to go ahead and ignore this. So I don't really know what kind of lights these are going to be. I mean, I can assume that they're supposed to be like Christmas lights, but you don't see any bulbs. So I don't know if these are supposed to be LEDs or not. But still, I'm very excited to see this all lit up during the event this year. Some other little details in this Candy Mutant Scare Zone that may be easy to miss. Take a look at these that are on the light poles. Some little scary jack-o'-lanterns with claws. Let's go ahead on back inside Sahara Traders. This was the former location of the Universal Monsters tribute store, and it is now slowly but surely making its way back into the Mummy gift shop as the exit of the attraction. We can see some old remnants of the Universal Monsters tribute store, and I hope to God that they keep some of this theming in here because it is definitely very creepy and it gives a good vibe. Here's the old school mummy. I think they're leaving that in here, but you can tell things are a lot more dark in here. This is where they had the Phantom of the Opera photo op. So yeah, they have definitely made a few changes in here. Wow. And you can see they're still selling Universal Monsters merchandise in here. But you can see over here, this is the exit to the Mummy attraction. You exit up there and then you zigzag all the way down. We had some folks who were able to get a closer look at some of these props. And yeah, it doesn't look like Brendan Fraser is going anywhere. We still have references to the O'Connells and to Jonathan and to Emotep and all of that good stuff that we love from the Mummy franchise. They have the screens all set up over here too for the ride photos. As you get off of the ride, here are photo kiosks where you can scan your card and get your photos on your account. I swear, this ride is going to open any day now, I swear. And here is the photo kiosk where you can actually buy your photos. Let's go ahead and take one last possible look inside the tribute store. This is scheduled to close August 7th. And what's today, August 4th? Yeah. It's the 4th. So yeah, 3 more days of this tribute store. Let's head back on inside one last time. My second favorite room inside the tribute store. I'm going to miss this room. I miss the old Jaws attraction. If there was any way that I could help bring it back, I would. Man. Yes, babe?
Out of curiosity, I noticed there's the scribble, right?
Yeah.
It's because they lowered the price.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, this tribute store is going away in a couple days, so it would make sense that they would lower some of the prices. I will die on this hill. These sharks look French. Oh, oh. I can't even take myself seriously. Oh. Bonjour. Coming to a Halloween Horror Nights haunted house near you. Except not really, it's Halloween 1. This is Halloween 2, but you guys know what I mean. And yes, guys, you probably guessed it. This is my favorite room of the tribute store. I absolutely love it. Back to the Future, one of my all-time favorite movies. I love it so much. And in case you guys are curious, no, this is not my first time inside this tribute store. We were actually in here a while ago before my Alaska cruise, and for one reason or another, I can't remember why, that vlog just never saw the light of day. I still have the video files on my computer, so if you guys are interested in seeing that vlog of my first reactions to this tribute store, go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll consider making it. Of course, we can't forget the cool photo op with King Kong over here at the very end. And of course, this is probably one of the coolest things as we exit the store, is that Universal has been updating these throughout the lifespan of this tribute store, giving hints to what we can expect next. And this is the most recent poster that we've had put in over here, giving us a little taste of the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store that's going to be popping up here very, very soon. So we just got out of the tribute store, and I am very excited to try this. Ever since we saw it, I really wanted to try it because I had one of these cakes during Halloween Horror Nights last year from their tribute store, and it was so good. And I saw a Jaws version, and I knew I had to have it. So Coda and I are sitting outside the store right now. We're gonna go ahead and give this a try. I'll let you know how it is. Well, it was a valiant effort by me, but I had to throw in the towel. Coda's finishing it up, but it was really good, really tasty. Definitely like more than enough sweets for the day though. Like that is your daily intake of sugar. So much icing and sugar, but it's really good. Remember the days when they had scare zones here inside Sting Alley? Those were really fun, very creepy, but the event has definitely outgrown that area. Over here at Louis' Restaurant, this is where you're gonna be able to find the Scare Actor dining experience for this year. Very excited to check that out. Over here by Fast and Furious Supercharged is the location of the rumored Blumhouse haunted house, and you guys can kind of see back there the different tents, because there's a big gap between the facade of these buildings over here and the main building for Fast and Furious. So in between there's a bunch of tents, and that is going to be a Universal haunted house. We don't know exactly where the entrance for this house is going to be, whether it's going to be over here back by the gift shop over there at the exit of Fast and Furious, or if we're going to be coming in over here, because rumor has it that part of the Fast and Furious queue is going to be utilized as a queue space for this house, which would make sense. Still don't know anything yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know as soon as we find anything out. This actually looks kind of promising. I just noticed this temporary lighting structure over here across the way from the entrance to Fast and Furious Supercharged, and we have a new truss over here as well. I don't know if it's called a truss, but either way, it's a brand new structure with a light on it. I mean, granted, the lights are pointing that way instead of this way, but these lights are definitely pointed down here, so there's definitely going to be something going on over here in this area. Over here by Richter Burger on the very top of the building, we can see another temporary lighting structure. These lights seem to be pointed up at the building over here, and it looks like we have another one that's pointing a little bit downwards, but yeah, some more lights pointed at this building. On top of these public restrooms heading on into the San Francisco area, we have another set of temporary lights over here pointing this way into what is going to be the next scare zone, rumored to be a Witch's Coven scare zone. Of course, a trip to Universal Studios wouldn't be complete without a picture with Bruce. And yep, there she goes.
I didn't do it right, but I'm in.
You're in there. Nothing too much in the way of theming for this scare zone quite yet, but we do have a lot of truss structures over here for different lighting, and we have another one over here, proper truss structure, some speakers on the top and the sides over here. So yeah, we can definitely look forward to a bunch of theming in this area. So interesting development. It looks like the Coke Freestyle machines no longer require you to have an actual like activated cup for water. So yeah, you can just fill this thing up with water now for free. Heck yes. I don't know if this is across the entire park, but this one over here by the San Francisco area right next to Lombard's gives you free water. And just like last year, right across the way from King's Cross Station, we have another lighting structure over here. This wasn't pertaining to the actual scare zone. This was just kind of a more ambiance lighting. So I don't know why I'm just now discovering this, but the Gilly water that they sell here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, both here in Diagon Alley and in Hogsmeade, it's just regular water, but they sell these little elixirs which are like flavoring that you can put inside of your drink as well to flavor it. That is so cool. We have some more lighting trusses over here just outside of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Again, nothing for a specific zone, just ambient lighting. Now here's something that I find to be very interesting. Remember last year, on the very last night of Halloween Horror Nights, where we went and we saw Halloween Nightmare Fuel, and we thought that we were saying goodbye to the Fear Factor arena? Yeah, it's still here. It's still here, and it is being reused once again for Halloween Nightmare Fuel for a second year in a row. And you guys can see in there whole bunch of new lighting structures, whole lot of sounds, just lights galore, and there is a stage that is being set up in there as well. So yep, for one more year at least, we are getting Halloween Nightmare Fuel over here at the Fear Factor Stadium. Let's go ahead and try out a second Coke machine, and yeah, it looks like water is free across the park. I love that. Another interesting development for Halloween Horror Nights this year is that they have scrapped this haunted house location in between Fear Factor and Men in Black. This area always got really congested, especially after a show ends, and so the tent back there no longer exists. The concrete slab is still there, and if you look at aerial images, you can still see the footprint of the tent from last year, but this year, no haunted house location. Over here, it looks like we have our light that's going to project this year's logo onto the Men in Black building. It's going to say, more than likely, hashtag HHN 31. Outside of the Men in Black gift shop, we have some temporary construction walls set up. I don't think that this is Halloween Horror Nights related. I strictly think that they are just redoing the concrete over here, but this is going to be the entrance to 2 of our tent haunted houses. Oh no, what the heck happened to Chief Wiggum and his patrol car? They're gone. Moving on past Springfield, we have another temporary lighting structure up here right next to the Animal Actors Theater. We are quickly approaching our next scare zone. Over here by SpongeBob Store Pants, we have the Kids Zone Pizza Company. This is where you are going to find your pizza fries for Halloween Horror Nights. And as you can see here on top of the store, more temporary lights for ambiance. Over here by the entrance of ET, this is where we are going to find our next 2 haunted house locations. We're gonna have an entrance over here and then an entrance over here in this area, but mostly down that way for one, and then over here for another one. And in other news, our Shrek location and Donkey Meet and Greet has been moved to this area near the former Barney Theater. Walking on into the Central Park area, we have our second to last scare zone, which is rumored to be Scarecrow themed. So you can see all of these lighting structures over here, and if you look closely, let me pull off to the side over here so I'm not standing in anyone's way, we have lanterns in the trees. We have a lantern over there, we have another one over here, and we just have a few more lanterns spread all throughout the scare zone. Kind of hard to see, but you can see another one right here. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see what other kind of theming we get in this area. And we have some more to look at over here. And you can see along the ground over here, we have different lights and different speakers. So what in the world is going to be happening over here? I don't know if this is going to be like covered over with fabric, or if it's going to be like vines and stuff, and possibly what's the stuff that I don't know how to describe it, the stuff that no you should see my face behind the camera. I'm trying to think of the word. You know, okay, so you're from the middle of nowhere. Do you have those like potato bag races? What are those made out of? Burlap, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I'm wondering if there's going to be like burlap or something hanging down from these structures over here, because this is a Scarecrow themed zone, or supposedly a Scarecrow themed zone. So I can imagine a lot of burlap in different places, and this is just what I'm imagining here, just burlap everywhere. And I don't know if these are gonna be like platforms for stages, like if there's gonna be people walking along these things. I don't necessarily think so, because I don't see any ladders set up or handrails, and typically with platforms you get handrails.
So we filmed this on August 4th. Today is August 5th when I'm editing this, and this morning, literally 24 hours after we filmed this, we got pictures coming out from the scare zone with handrails and a ladder on those platforms that I just pointed out. So yeah, it looks like we're definitely going to get scare actors on those platforms up there. Gotta love Halloween Horror Nights updates. Things change daily.
But this is just going to be really interesting. I'm very curious to see how they utilize these things on both sides. Possible boo holes, so I'm very excited. Moving a little bit further outside of the Scarecrow scare zone, we have another truss right here. This is going to be used as signage for Halloween Horror Nights. More than likely, it's going to be advertising the Marathon of Mayhem Lagoon show that's going to be happening every night throughout the event. So make sure you keep an eye on the app for showtimes. And our last and final scare zone for this year's event is going to be here in the Hollywood section of the park. We don't exactly know what it's called yet, but we do know that it is cemetery themed. So take a look at these over here. Looks like different mausoleums. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be very interesting. And the best thing, babe, no platforms. I'm not seeing platforms throughout the park for scare actors to stand on away from guests. I'm very happy about that, because I think that killed it last year a little bit. I mean, I completely understand why. I don't fault them for having the platforms, but it just did take away from the experience just a little bit. But I am loving these little boo holes that we have over here. Let's see, is there a trigger inside? Because I see a speaker in there. I see a speaker in there, so is there a foot pedal? I don't see a foot pedal in here, but there is a speaker. So yeah, we can definitely expect to see some scare actors in these little boo holes. And returning from years past, you do have the opportunity to have your face inside the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. This is going to be $129 a person, and you get your picture in there, and it gives you a little quote. So, I mean, it looks like the looks like the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store is going to have a little bit of a mausoleum or graveyard theme. Now, over here, let's see if there's a foot pedal in here. Nope, no foot pedals. There a button? Nope, no button. No button or foot trigger, but I can imagine it's coming soon. One of our final props over here. Look, see, they have a foot trigger over there. I'm sure we're gonna be seeing a lot more props pop up in this scare zone, but I wanted to point this one out over here because it says Nettlewood Cemetery. So this is gonna be very interesting. So someone inside the Hello Kitty store has a little bit of a sense of humor. Someone left a little Rocket Raccoon plush right next to the Chris Pratt plush, the Owen Grady. Oh my gosh, that is pretty funny. Also, I just want to say, bless up, Universal got rid of the turnstiles. Still a little bit of a tight squeeze for us big guys, but I will take what I can get. Let's go ahead and walk into the theme park right next door. Let's see what's new inside Islands of Adventure. Oh man, it has been far too long, Islands of Adventure. Far too long. I missed it here. Let's go ahead, take a walk around the park, see what's new. Of course, we always have to take advantage of the bypass over here in Seuss Landing, get rid of all the crowds, and make our way into the Lost Continent. I wonder what this griffin over here did to deserve being put behind bars. Looks like he's going under some refurbishment right now. Wow, looks like the Mystic Fountain is alive today. That's really cool to see. Great way to cool off in the summer heat. And the primary reason why we came to visit Islands of Adventure is to visit the All Hallows Eve Boutique. Take a look at this, guys. It is no longer the All Hallows Eve Boutique-y. It is now back to being full-on Halloween, getting us ready for this year's Halloween Horror Nights event. Oh my gosh, this is like all classic Halloween vibes, and I love it. And one thing that everybody's going crazy over, HHN Lil Boo has his own merchandise. Oh my god. The little icon that could from last year's Halloween Horror Nights event has come back in a big way for this year. Not only do we have Lil Boo shirts, but we also have Lil Boo headbands over here. We also have Lil Boo pins. Heck, we even have HHN Lil Boo earrings. I'm low-key a fan of this Halloween Horror Nights beanie. Oh my days, we even have Lil Boo ornaments. Good lord. Ooh, check out this shirt. Every day is Halloween. I love this. I love this a lot. Again, classic Halloween vibes. I 100% think that the overall theme for Halloween Horror Nights this year is going to be like classic Halloween from old school days. Like, oh my gosh. This is like all retro Halloween vibes actually. And I'm living for it. I love the vibe. We also have a brand new Chucky shirt over here inside the All Hallows Eve Boutique. Very interesting. I've never seen this design before. We also have brand new Universal Monsters merchandise as well for Halloween Horror Nights. I really like this shirt. Oh my gosh. Was that someone's hat? Oh my god. So you mean to tell me that Thunder Falls Terrace has been new now? Oh my god, we're gonna have to come back here and check this out someday. Alright Universal, you were in my good graces for a hot minute with the water at the Coke Freestyle machines, but now you've made Coda sad. They changed the water blasters. They saw those TikTok videos and how popular they were. And now you can't even use tokens. You have to swipe your card and it's $1 per blast. $1 per blast. And like, you could put in like $1 and get like what, 3 blasts or 2? 2 or 3. And now it's $1 per blast. That sucks. I'm sorry, but that sucks. Like, come on. You were making more money by giving people more blasts per dollar, you know?
Yeah, especially with the card swipe being like, what was it, $5?
Yeah. You could get $5 and get like 25 blasts or something like that.
I thought it was like 12 tokens.
It was still a lot of blasts for $5.
Yeah.
So you're actually losing money, in my opinion, by making it like this. So, yeah, honestly. So, Universal, come on. Go back to the token system. This is just greedy. All right, either way, I gave Kodo 1 blast, so she better use it wisely. She's not getting a second chance. Right in the face. Over here in Toon Lagoon, we have some brand new construction walls in front of this gift shop over here. I don't entirely know if the gift shop is closed or maybe this particular entrance, but there were some water features over here, so it looks like they may be refurbing that. Yeah, I think they're refurbing the water because this one isn't working and this one isn't working either, so, Some more construction walls over here on Marvel Superhero Island. Looks like an entire section is being refurbed. Very interesting. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's going to do it from us here at Universal Studios, giving you guys our first Halloween Horror Nights update. As I said earlier, you guys can expect at least one update a week until the official start of Halloween Horror Nights. And as always, any other news and information that comes out regarding Halloween Horror Nights, you can bet your sweet behind that we are going to be here on the channel filling you in on all the latest news and information. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new around here and want to see more content like this in the future. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.